So as we make our way closer to the full launch of Diablo 4, and as of my recording this video, we are about 2 weeks away, one thing the game continues to do is give us more and more information about the things we can expect to see. However, in today's video, I'd like to take a few moments and talk about level scaling, and even though that's a topic we've known about for a while, many of you have reached out to the channel wanting to know some details, so today we'll go over a few of those, and as always, answer some of the questions you've sent the channel. What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and today's video is all about level scaling, level floors, and what we can expect to see at launch. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, and we are having a giveaway for an Xbox Series S. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced August 1st of this year. So the first thing we're going to talk about, my friends, is how Diablo 4 is going to handle level scaling. You can see it says Diablo 4 has level scaling, as was confirmed in March 2023's open beta. Level scaling allows players of different character levels to play together, with each facing monsters at their own level and contributing their fair share, unlike a higher level character power leveling a lower level one. For example, two friends, a level 16 and a level 25, might party up and enter a dungeon. The level 16 would see and fight enemies that were level 16, and the level 25 would see and fight the same monsters. However, their monsters would be at level 25, and not only that, the loot drops would also be appropriately scaled for each player's level, and in my opinion, that's a really great thing. And the reason I say that is because there are many players out there who have the ability to jump into this game and level up at a very rapid pace. Other people do not have that much time, or they choose to play the game differently, and this will allow friends to play together, which is one of the best things in my opinion about this game, is joining a group of friends, playing for a while, and the fact that you're not going to be hindered in any way by being at a different level is really going to help the co-op experience. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on that as well. Now, moving on to a little more information, you can see they say in the past players would often avoid lower level areas once they have progressed to higher levels, as the enemies in these areas would be too weak to provide a challenge or worthwhile rewards. With monster level scaling, however, players can revisit these areas and still find challenging enemies that are appropriate for their level. This helps keep the game fresh and engaging for longer, as players can explore every corner of the game world without worrying about out-leveling content. Furthermore, the group buff mechanic in Diablo 4 incentivizes players to team up and work together to defeat enemies. The bonus experience that is granted when players are close to one another encourages players to stick together and support one another during battles. This not only makes the game more fun and engaging, but it also fosters a sense of community among players, and most of you know this is a great community, and the fact that we're going to have even more incentives to squad up, again, is a very good thing. Now, with that being said, there also happens to be something in the game called level floors, and we're going to go over that really quick. So in Diablo 4, some of the endgame areas have monster level floors, which means that if a player's character level is beneath the floor, the area becomes much harder to progress through. According to David Kim, the former Diablo 4 principal game designer, the game has level scaling, but it is not completely fixed level scaling. Instead, some areas are more difficult and have a set level that they always remain at until a player reaches a certain level. This feature ensures that players don't venture into areas that are too challenging for their current level and helps them prepare accordingly. To further assist players, Diablo 4's map will display easier monster levels in green and harder levels in red. This will allow players to determine if an area is too difficult for them to handle on their own, or if they need to team up with other players to progress. This feature has been seen in other games like World of Warcraft, where players are made aware of tough enemies and are required to grind and level up before venturing into those areas. The inclusion of monster level floors and color-coded map helps create a challenging and engaging gameplay experience for players. Now, to give you a quick example of what the game's referring to when they say that, we're going to use strongholds. You see, level floors apply to strongholds, which are former villages overrun by enemies that need cleansing. A level 10 player is allowed to enter a level 30 stronghold. However, that player will face all level 30 and possibly higher monsters and undoubtedly get crushed. Players might attempt to do this to get loot drops above their current character level, and this is something we saw last weekend in Server Slam. And as most of you know, our characters were capped at level 20 and no legendaries were really dropping, so you could try to hit a stronghold and just loot some of the corpses to try to get a legendary to drop. But there was really no incentive to do that because none of the loot you picked up during any of the betas will transfer to the main game, but having this implemented when the game goes fully live is just another way you can play this thing any way you want. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. I cannot believe we are only 2 weeks away from launch, and as I said earlier, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know and I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could do me a favor and hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.